guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first proper Sunday sit-down post, which I mentioned in my introduction video last week. This is going to be a little look at how I manage my goals and my time, because I suffer with anxiety, and managing goals and managing my time effectively is crucial to managing my anxiety, actually, because I'm really ambitious and I sometimes feel overwhelmed by what I want to achieve and things like that. So for me, having a concrete management and time management system is crucial to making sure that I manage my goals and my anxiety. So I would definitely put that as tip number one for anyone suffering with anxiety, actually, to manage your time effectively. Make sure you schedule time for yourself to relax and things you enjoy, because it is so important to do things like that when you do suffer with mental health. It's important to that anyway, but I think it's even more so when you have that sort of internal voice or depression and things like that. So definitely recommend that. So I'm just going to get straight into the video, and I'm just going to show you what I do. So the first thing, I have 4 books that I use for goal management. This is a bit excessive, you don't need anywhere near this much. I will show you which ones are not essential and which ones are essential later in the video, but I'm just going to start with the 2 diaries I use, which you'll have seen in my What's in My Bag post, which I use, and which you will see linked somewhere in the corner now. Click on that if you want to see when I first mentioned them. So I'm just going to show you my file effects first, because I only use this for my career and appointments and things like that, because I'll show you why. Just flip through. It has these little, can you see that? It has these little outlined hours. So if you have any appointments or anything like that, it's really easy to schedule them. So for example, I had one there with the optician. So I use this for mainly appointments and things like that, and business, and also finance. I like to write, if I have a direct debit, I like to write that at the top, so I know exactly when that's going out. So I just use that for that. This is not part of my goal management, but it is part of my time management. I use this every day just so I know what I got going on, and even though I might write things in here that I've got on that day, this is where I put them in as a definitive appointment. So this is really useful. I carry this everywhere with me. Whereas my diary, this one, which is a really cheap, oh, I should have mentioned, sorry, this is the Domino File Effects, and it's the personal size, so it's the A5 sort of size. No, it's smaller than A5. This is a cute diary from WH Smith. Now this is now put off until tomorrow, what you can do the day after tomorrow. Now I really like this because the pages are a lot bigger, so you have more room to put things in. So this I use for goal management, and I'll show you how I do that, and also how I manage my blog posts and things like that. So I'm going to open it to the relevant page. In fact, I'm going to show you the last week, because you'll see what I'm talking about now. So what I like to do is, I have 2 colours that I primarily use in here, which is dark blue and red. I stopped using this glittery highlight gel pen because I ran out, so I'm now using the blue and the red. So the first thing to show you is the fact that I always put the blog posts from that day at the top, so I know exactly what's going up on my blog when. And I scheduled my blog posts for about a month, so I know exactly what's going up and when. It does mean that I can't be as flexible, but it also means that I don't have to worry about, because I like blogging daily, it means I don't have to worry about it, so I know exactly what's going up and when. So that's that. Then what I do is, with the red pen, on my YouTube dates, I like to write the name of the YouTube video. So what's in my bag tag? I like to write the name of my YouTube video, so I know when that's going up as well. And then when I filmed it or scheduled it or uploaded it, I put ticks through it, so I know that that's done and I haven't got to worry about it. So for example, today, Sunday sit down blog post, my week ahead blog post, and my start vlog YouTube, because I'm going to start vlogging from today, so the start vlog. So that's how I use that. Now what I've been doing recently, and I've been found really effective, is at the moment I'm writing a novel, and I have in the past found it really difficult to stick to my novel goal, because when you're writing a novel there's so much to think about. But what I've done the last couple of days and found really effective is I put a word count that I want to achieve there on the corner of the page there. So for example, yesterday's goal was to get to 23,000 words. This is the first time I've ever tried this method, and it has been working. So for example, yesterday I got to 23,600 words. So I've well gone over it. Today's goal is 25,000 words. Because it's a weekend, I've got more time to write, so I've set myself a bigger word count. So today's goal is 25,000. So because I went over my goal yesterday, I know that I only have 1,400 words to write now. It's really good, because it just means that I'm setting myself little targets that I'm able to meet, whereas what I was doing before was like, oh, I want to write all chapter 4, or I want to have planned the entire novel, whereas that wasn't working for me really, because I was enjoying just sitting down and writing and letting the characters develop, whereas the planning was really tedious, so it wasn't working for me. So setting myself these little goal targets has definitely helped, and I'm really excited to see where that goes actually. I might do a little sort of review of how that's been working, but yeah, the last couple of days that's been working for me. So that's my goal management. Then what I do, I have one of these little A4 refill papers, and I make myself a weekly to-do list. So as you can see, for example, you know, in red YouTube, so it's vlog, the videos I want to film. I'm looking in here because I can see you, so I can see if you can see this or not. Sort this out, and then little to do. So that's my weekly to do, and then what I will do through the week is add little bits to the bottom and tick things off as well. So that's really good because it helps me keep my to-do list. Now another thing I like to do with regards to to-do list is carry this. It's a little notepad that I use for jotting notes down, but I also like to use it for little to-do lists as well. So instead of having 1,000 little sheets like this, I can just take this with me and have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and every single day to do in there. The last thing I use, oh sorry, I should have mentioned, this is from Paper Chase, and it's just got this pattern. The next thing I use again is from Paper Chase, and it's this little sticky book with a pad of paper, and then there's sticky notes. Now I like to use this every night when I'm making my to-do list, because sometimes I think, oh, I should do that, and I jot it down there before I add it into the to-do list, because I like to make my to-do list really organised and neat. So what I do is just jot it down, and then I know, right, I've got to do this. And sometimes I stick it on my mirror here as well, just so I know to add that. And then I have these cute little book page marks, which I do use as well. And then there's the shopping list, which I've been using for YouTube videos. So I've been putting them down, right, I need to film this and this and this. So that's been really useful as well. So that's just an overview. It's not too in-depth, but that's just an overview of how I like to manage my goals and things like that. And I am finding that it does work for me at the moment, particularly the blog and YouTube side of things. I have messed that diary up a few times because there's been a few posts I've changed, but that's okay, I don't mind that. As long as I know roughly when things are going up, it makes things a lot easier for me. And if you're suffering with mental illness and you are looking to do a blog or YouTube, then I suggest you do something similar, because it just means you don't get overwhelmed and you don't have to blog daily. I blog daily because that's what I like, but you don't have to do that. And so that would be my top tip for managing your time effectively, no matter what area in life you're in. But if you suffer with anxiety like I do, the last thing you want is to have a million different things going on, and you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh, I haven't done this. So at least if you have a pad of paper like that, you know you can just manage everything, you know when everything is, where it is, and things like that. So that would be my top tip, and this is just the theme of this first video really, is managing goals, managing time, and how that can help negate or manage your anxiety in return. So let me know if you have any top tips like that, or in the same sort of area, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment box and I'll be answering them in next week's video. Next week's video is going to be a lot longer because I'm just going to be going into a bit more detail about my journal and how I journal, and how I manage my anxiety in my journal with regard to topic to topic and things like that. So so day to day, how I manage my anxiety and using a journal, so writing therapy. So that's the theme for next week's video. So if you have any questions on that front as well, then do write them down below. If you have any experience, let me know, that'd be really good, and I will give you a shout out in my video then. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like down below, subscribe, which will be around here somewhere, and I appreciate you watching. So thank you for your time, and I will speak to you very soon.